I'm at 17 minutes and 56 seconds into this video, and I hope you watch the whole video to understand what I'm about to say, which is family and friends will laugh at you. Now watch the whole video and see what I end up saying. So I'm going to cut. This is the official introduction to the Rant Dads YouTube channel. Myself and my brother, Kurt, are going to be putting up videos on a very regular basis, and we wanted to come out and tell you exactly what we are, who we are, why we're doing this, and what's going to be happening. The introduction to this channel is Rant Dads. Myself and my brother are both dads. We both have children. We both rant about things. We have been doing business in many different forms for many different years, in many different ways. Currently, what we're involved in is we own a company. Actually, myself and his wife own the company. He's currently very injured, so he's receiving treatments for that, but he helps me with all the stuff. That's for a different day, a different story. This microphone right here, holding it versus sitting it down right here and looking into the microphone versus looking into the camera, that's a whole nother thing. But we're going to get down to what Rant Dads really is, what we're here to really do, what's really going to be happening, and what are we really trying to do. I have a list over here on my wall. We have 3 studios that we operate out of. This is a home studio that I'm in the process of building right now. My brother has a home studio. We actually have 4. We have access to a 3rd studio with some, I guess you could call Hollywood level cameras, lighting, and all that kind of stuff. And we're not going to be operating out of there just yet, especially for Rant Dads. We want it to be more personal, so we're coming from our home studios, which we both have built over the years. And the 4th one is we have access to the headquarters for the Three Stooges to do Three Stooges stuff. Now, this is Rant Dads. This is the Rant Dads channel. But I'm wearing a Three Stooges hat. I'm wearing a Three Stooges shirt. Because I'm always going to wear Three Stooges gear in my Rant Dads videos, and so is my brother, because we also, with 3410 Productions, our parent company that we own, we have the official license, and have had for almost 2 years, the rights to manage, run, operate shopknuckleheads.com, which is the official online store for the Three Stooges, all things Three Stooges. We're very deep into that, obviously. That's one of our main sources of livelihood, if you will. That supports everything else we're trying to do. This channel is kind of coming from a different perspective, but we want to grow it there eventually. And there's going to be several videos coming very soon, like on a regular basis, weekly, constantly uploading videos about topics we're going to be discussing as time goes by. This video is meant specifically to introduce ourselves, and then I'm going to go right into the top 10 reasons why people won't start a channel. And that's probably the most important subject that we're going to, and the volume here is going to go back and forth because I'm not going to sit here and hold this microphone the whole time, and when I really want to make a point, I'll go like this so you can hear it clearly. Authenticity is the position we're coming from for this channel. We are both Generation X men. We are born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, finding ourselves in the 90s, and in the 2000s, it's been hang on and do the best you can. So we're Generation Xers. We're not millennials. We're not baby boomers. We're in between that. And I'm going to start this whole channel off with a quote from my cousin Matt. I won't give his last name. He probably doesn't want me to, so I won't. But if he ever watches this, he'll know exactly what he said to my brother. My brother asked him a very serious question. He said, what's the difference between us and millennials? He said, it's really simple. Generation X versus millennials. They were raised on SpongeBob. We were raised on Rocky. That pretty much sums it up. So, Rant Dads is coming to YouTube full tilt. We're not holding back. We have done. Now, we've been in the space of social media, online presence, YouTube, whatnot, for the Three Stooges brand for a very long time. My brother has been very into the Hollywood behind the scenes work for 15, almost 20 years. Just for authenticity's sake, he worked for Jay Leno at The Tonight Show for, I think, 15 years. He knows him personally. You see the picture of him you'll see pictures of him where he's sitting at a desk, and we cut Jay out, but he's standing there with Jay. It's ridiculous how much he worked for Fox, football, Sunday football, Howie Long, Terry Bradshaw, all those guys. He knows all those guys. That's his thing. He was in that industry. He's down in LA. I'm not. I came from California. I've been up here where I'm at for 25 years. Point being is, we understand a lot of everything that's been going on with YouTube and taking a Rant Dads channel idea and moving it into the YouTube space and trying to figure out exactly how to do it appropriately with what we want to do. Because what you're seeing right now is pretty much probably not going to be the kind of sit-down talking head shot that's going to happen. We're working on getting vMix, which is a ability to bring him in live via satellite, and doing our show. We're going to be he'll do segments, I'll do segments. There'll be separate videos. We're going to have several playlists, thematic playlists. So one day it'll be me talking about technology, which is my core competency. He'll be talking about whatever he's talking about, baseball card box breakings and other kinds of ideas that he has that he wants to rant about in the public. And we're going to have this whole channel ending up being very organized. Right now, we're showing you the unorganized part. That's the whole point. If you're now I have consumed to a fault thousands of videos, which is hundreds of thousands of hours off YouTube. I've been studying this and studying this and studying this for, 5-6 years. And it's easier to sit behind the screen at the computer here and sit here behind the screen basically and take and do Adobe Premiere edits and make overshots of product commercials or whatever we do, because I'm not on the screen. And in the last few years, I've become very reserved, very quiet. I don't like to get out there much. So this is huge for me to break through that, what do they call it, the fourth wall or whatever it's called, and go right through this camera lens and right into your television, your Xbox, your phone, your desktop, your tablet, and you may be watching this video. Now, the easy part is I'm sitting here by myself, and I'm looking at a lens. And so that was the hardest part to start this channel. Me and my brother have had dozens of ideas of why we want to do this, and it's taken us a long time to get to this point. We're crossing the line. We're going to go ahead and we're here now doing it. I'm doing it. We're crossing the line. But one thing that I have learned in thousands of videos, thousands of YouTubers that I've been watching and studying painstakingly, trying to figure out what is the key for virality, getting people to be hooked into you and follow your message and listen to you and support you and whatnot. It's authenticity. Now, this whole time I'm sitting here looking at that damn screen over there, which everyone told me is going to happen. So I'm letting it happen. I'm not looking this way. I'm looking there, and I should be looking right here, right into the screen and looking right into you. Make eye contact. And it's probably not even at the right level. It's supposed to be at eye level, and it's not. It's about right here. These are things that are going to happen. I want to show that I just slapped all this up, ran this intro video up. I'm going to go into editing. I'm going to chop half this shit out. I've got a list over here of top 10 reasons why people don't get started with a brand or a YouTube channel or an e-com store or whatever the case is. And real quick, let me bring this over so you can actually hear. Loyalty, cameras, perfection, acceptance, friends and family laughing at you. That's going to happen to me. Scrutiny through comments, equipment needs, structure, kind of the overflow of the whole structure of your situation, the overall plan, all kinds of stuff there. I mean, I've got 20 other things over there. Look, here's the deal. This is hard to do. That's what I want you to see. I want you to see how hard this is for me to get through this introduction video. This is the first video that we're actually going to be, other than the two that are sitting on our channel right now, which are trailer tests. Okay, this video is literally the first time one of us is physically on the camera, and it's going to be trash. And that's the first thing everyone said, is your first videos are all going to be trash. And that's okay. That's what I want. I want you guys to see just how hard this is as I go through it live right here. Well, by the time you see it, it's not live. We all know that, but this is the point. We're tired of dealing with, and boy, do we have a lot to bring to the table. And here's, we're tired of inauthentic anything. The ranting is 99% going to be about the authenticity factor lacking everywhere. And I mean everywhere. We're going to bring a very entertaining, comedic, serious approach to the authenticity of whatever it is we're dealing with. So if I'm going to sit here and tell you this microphone that I'm using right here, this is an MXL 770. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Click that link, go buy it. It's a great condenser microphone. It uses XLR connections, and all of what it's connected to, I'm also going to be dropping in descriptions and doing videos about. Let's just say that's what I'm talking about today. Technology. How did I get, what setup do I use? I'm also going to tell you that when you click that link and it takes you to Amazon.com, and this microphone is right on your face as add to cart, I have an affiliate program attached to this channel so that when you buy this microphone for, I don't know, $110, I get probably 4% commission from Amazon, which doesn't change the price. If you were to go to Amazon.com, type this in the search bar, find it yourself, the same exact price is going to, matter of fact, the same page you're going to land on is the same one I'm sending you to. You whether you went through my link or you went yourself, you're going to pay the exact same amount of money. If you go through my link, I'm telling you point blank, number one, because you have to. Number two, because it's real. We get a break off of that. So I get, I don't know, what, $4, $5 will accumulate over time as people buy more things that I say, go check. This is what I use. If you want to use what I use to do exactly what I'm doing, then this is what you need to go get. And this is what everybody does. But I'm going to tell you and they disclaim what they're doing, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that's going on. We need the help to keep this channel running. That's going to be a thing into the future. We have sunk our own money into everything I'm going to show you over the next probably about month. It's going to take me or more to break down the 200 things that I've had to acquire, which I don't need the comments from YouTubers that say, well, you went too far. You could use a cell phone and your whatever. We have other reasons why we have this gear, but we've invested in it, and we've had several different versions of each type, and we've had to find out what works best for us. And we'll tell you about that, and we'll talk about those things. But see, we'll always be authentic. We'll always tell you the truth about why and what we're doing, because there will be videos coming soon that'll be titled appropriately, telling you what inspired us. That's for sure. Put this down, which means the sound's going to change, but whatever. Half the time I'm looking here, half the time I'm looking here, half the time that's there or in my, whatever. You see the light right there, right there. That light is right here shining on me and hitting my screen behind me, which has my Rant Dads opening, which you've already seen because it was at the beginning of this video, just sitting back there. That's not right. That's not good. That light shouldn't be in my scene. I also have an LED light over here that you can't see. So I got to fix some things in here. This is not conducive to doing what I'm trying to do, which is a talking head video. I got my computer stuff all right here. I'm sitting this over here on a table. Eventually, I'm going to have 2 or 3 camera shots. Eventually, everything's going to change because depending on a few things going on, I may be building this whole room or a room in my house that's in another area of the house, do a full-blown studio with all the equipment I have, but just set it up right. That's not the case today. I'm plopping down and talking into a camera. Again, looking at the fucking screen. So, couple 3 things to get off the table. This is the intro video. It's gone on for about 16 minutes. I'm going to cut it right here, and then I'm going to go into that list in my next video. Here's the deal. Rant Dads. I'm a dad. My brother's a dad. We rant. What does our logo say? We talk, you listen. When we're done, we have the balls to come out and say some of the shit that we're going to say. We talk, you listen. Now, this is where it gets fun. Now you can comment. You can interact with us. You can put anything you want down there and hammer us away and debate us and go crazy. We want that. We want the engagement. Not because we give a shit about you engaging with us, but we give a shit about what you think about what we said, because we're open to hearing everyone's side about anything we're going to bring up, whether it's helpful hints on technology, helpful hints on starting up your own e-commerce store like we did, and the grind we've gone through to do that, opening up your own business, the 5 or 6 business models we've been involved in that failed because of us. An issue of the day, news of the day, and here's a topic we got to stay away from, as hard as it's going to be, is politics. Way too polarizing. I'll leave that up to Philip DeFranco and a few other guys that I've watched that know how to hit that right down the middle. That's not my bailiwick. I can't get in there. I get in there, I'm going to go crazy on all sides because I can't stand any of it. But that's a whole different story, and maybe not for another day. But we're going to talk about everything, and whatever we inspire you to reach out and say, you two are idiots, or we love you guys. We want to hear it all. The funny one is, in the next video when I talk about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my list, family and friends laughing at you. That was, I'm going to leave, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave that right here, right now at the end of this intro video. Man, I hope you watched all the way through. Matter of fact, I'm going to say something now and cut it and put it at the beginning of the video, and I hope you watch all the way through. Put that at the beginning, and now here's what I'm going to say at the 18.15 mark. The hardest thing that me and my brother, especially me and my brother had to get over was, and really less him than me, because he doesn't give a shit. The number one of 2 things that we had to wrap our minds around before we started this channel. The second one is, do we cuss? Do we not? Do we go hardcore? How is YouTube going to receive that with the adpocalypse and all the bullshit? They just had a summit a couple days ago, and Boogie 2998 or whatever it is, and a few other guys I watch, they explained how YouTube is trying to deal with that. We're not going to be disgusting and illegal and criminal and perverse and all that kind of stuff. That's not going to happen. We're not stupid. But me and my brother do cuss. We use blue language. So when I say fuck, I may beep it out if the whole video theme is for younger crowd. But if I know that this is geared towards adults, I may put that in there, adults dash whatever. So fuck stays in. And that means I'm not going to be monetized by YouTube's advertisement system algorithm. That's fine. So we're going to be speak freely. But the number one thing was family and friends and laughter. There are people that know me. Now I'm going to look straight into this camera. There are people out there in this world that know me from all the way back to Southern California when I was in elementary school, when I went to private Catholic high school, all the way through till where I moved and went on in the military, and then I worked in corrections, and I did other things, and people know me, and they're going to see this. It's going to happen. They're going to find it. They're going to see it. And 99% of them are probably going to say, what a fucking idiot, or who does he think he is, or whatever. And I don't say that for empathy or sympathy, because I don't give a flying friends, interesting word, and people from the past that I still see on Facebook or whatever, they look at this and they laugh at me or whatever the case is. I had to mentally break that barrier. That was the hardest thing to do. I kept thinking, if I don't give a shit, why do I give a shit? It's scary. It's daunting. It's nerve-wracking. We all still have feelings. So it's like, do I want this dude back in high school that always wanted to beat my ass and probably to this day still does? Is he going to look at this video and go, look at this dumb motherfucker? And I thought about that shit. I let that shit creep in. That's like some fucking 30-year-old shit going on there. That's the kind of shit that rises up when you start thinking about doing this. It's like, damn, what the hell? Why is all that? Because you're putting yourself out there. You're vulnerable. Doing this is a vulnerability. Break that vulnerability. Those are the 10 reasons why people don't move. I'm going to tell you something right now. What finally made me say press record finally happened about 3 days ago, 2 days ago. I can't remember what it was. Again, another name I'm going to drop, not for the sake of name dropping, but I have to give him credit. Casey Neistat. Look him up on YouTube. The dude is enormous. He did a video about what you want to do, where you want to go, and obstacles in the way. And he said, an obstacle in your way, I'm paraphrasing, but an obstacle in your way is something that you have to move to get to where you want to go. If you let the obstacle sit there and he stops you and you don't go where you want to go, that obstacle now is called an excuse. And you'll stop and you'll say, well, it's because of that I couldn't do that. And that's what I was doing. I moved the obstacle. I'm on my way. My brother removed his obstacles. He's coming and he's on his way. And we are going to bring extreme content to this channel. Not in the way that YouTube thinks when I say that, like mean or nasty or harmful or criminal or illegal. But I mean extremely honest, authentic, bare bones, right down to it. This is what you need to do. This is what we did. This is what you have as an option. This is how we think about it. This is what we see. And that right there, whether it's how to do something, what we see about something, what's going on, what's wrong, what's right, those are the rants. Multi-layered channel. So I don't have an official outro tagline. I don't have an official hook. So all I'm going to say is, if one person watches this video outside of myself and my brother, please share it. Please like it. Please subscribe to this channel. Please hit that bell next to subscribe, which means when I go into Adobe Premiere, I'm going to do a little image of a bell to remind you of it. And maybe even a little audio file that dings the bell to cue you to click the bell. So we can start getting ourselves out there. Thank you, and I'll work on it. Somebody give us a tagline. Help us out with that. Put a comment below. Don, I think your tagline should be, and that's my name is Don. My brother's name is Kurt. That's as far as we go, and the people that know us know our last name, but there's no reason to put it out there, the people that don't, because no one gives a shit anyway, so who cares? Here's the deal. Put in the comments, what should I say at the end of the video? Like, comment, subscribe. What does Chris Jones say, the workout guy? Comment, subscribe, holler at your boy. I'm not doing that. Other guys say, don't forget to whatever. I ain't doing that. Something original. Put it in the comments. We'll take it into consideration. See you later.